It was early in October 1943. The Germans had been retreating westwards. For Junior Lieutenant Nikolai Alexeyevich Vychuzhanin, a young Soviet officer in the 118th Guards Rifle Regiment, the sacrifices he and millions of other soldiers of the Soviet Union made was starting to bear fruit. After a hard-fought battle in Kursk just a few months before, he knew that the Red Army had inflicted a fatal blow on the Wehrmacht. Victory now seemed inevitable. But the Soviet advance across Eastern Europe reached a formidable obstacle, the Dneiper River. For Nikolai, the crossing meant facing ice-cold water, swift currents, and heavily defended German positions on the far bank. His mission was to lead a machine gun platoon across the river and secure a bridgehead, allowing the main force to follow. As dawn broke, Nikolai crouched in the bow of a small, overloaded boat. The river churned beneath him, and across the water, German foxholes and trenches bristled with machine guns and artillery. Every second on the water felt like hours. "Hold steady," he called to his men, trying to keep his voice low. But his voice cut through the clatter of oars. Suddenly, a bullet whizzed overhead and hit the water. Followed by another. They had been discovered. Then he heard it. The crack of an MG-42 firing in the distance. The first shot screamed past them, striking the water with a hiss. Around him, his men froze in fear, but he gritted his teeth. Forward, he yelled above the ever-increasing clatter of rifle and machine gun fire. He knew hesitation would doom the entire operation. After what seemed like an eternity, the boat lurched as it hit the far bank, and Nikolai felt the cold water of the Dneiper River as he plunged into the mud-slick shore. Bullets tore the earth around him, splintering trees and throwing dirt into his eyes. Instinctively, he organized his machine gun teams, pointing them at German positions threatening the crossing. Enemy fire rained down relentlessly. A machine gun nest to his left opened fire, cutting down one of his men. Without a thought for his own safety, Nikolai sprinted across open ground, seizing an abandoned German light machine gun, and returned fire with deadly precision. The enemy position fell silent. No sooner had he secured this sector than he spotted a mortar crew attempting to take position on higher ground. "We have to take them out," Nikolai told his men. He led a small group of soldiers to assault the enemy mortar crew. Under constant fire, he led his men and stormed the enemy trench. After a brief struggle, Nikolai eliminated the crew and turned their weapons against the defenders, holding the line while reinforcing Soviet positions. "This is where we hold them," he told his grim-faced men. For the next few hours, Nikolai's platoon repelled wave after wave of German counterattacks. He moved along the line, shouting orders, repositioning machine guns, and encouraging exhausted soldiers. Despite freezing water, mud, and relentless gunfire, he never wavered. His men began to call him our shield and spear, recognizing the courage and decisiveness that kept them alive. By nightfall, the bridgehead was secure. The far bank of the Dneiper, a critical strategic point, was now under Soviet control, allowing the regiment to cross safely. Nikolai collapsed against a tree, soaking wet, covered in mud, and exhausted. Around him, soldiers tended to the wounded, but the mission had succeeded. The bridgehead, held by one platoon under a junior lieutenant, would become a stepping stone for the Soviet advance across Belarus. For his actions of extreme bravery, covering the river crossing under heavy fire, neutralizing enemy positions, and holding the line against repeated counterattacks, Nikolai was awarded the Order of the Red Banner on the 17th of October, 1943. The award recognized his extraordinary leadership, personal courage under fire, and decisive role in a critical operation. His actions exemplified the qualities the Soviet Union sought to honor: courage, selflessness, and the ability to inspire others in the face of mortal danger. The story is based on the citations of Nikolai's award, so we acknowledge there may be some errors. However, we hope that it has captured the essence of Nikolai's bravery under extreme enemy pressure. His heroism did not end here. His continued leadership and bravery during subsequent operations would later earn him the title Hero of the Soviet Union and the Order of Lenin, the Soviet Union's highest and most prestigious award for extraordinary heroism, especially in combat. It cemented his place among the most celebrated soldiers of the Eastern Front. Nikolai would survive the war and pass peacefully on the 26th of June, 1964. Please consider liking and subscribing, and we will see you in the next video.